Hey there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This is from the Master Collection Volume 1 that I picked up, I want to say a year or two ago when this released. I honestly don't remember when that was. And I wasn't necessarily planning to do this anytime soon, but with the recent release of Metal Gear Solid Delta, which sounds like it's a one-to-one remake of this game, I thought maybe it's time to get moving on this, as opposed to the other titles in this entry. I'll kind of discuss the details of what we're going to be doing with this as we get into it, and with that being said, let's just get started. Okay. I'm going to go to new game, and what we're going to be doing here is we are essentially going to treat this as a Collectibles run through, and we are going to be doing several other things with this, and so we want to do this as easily as possible. And there were some new trophies I think added to this version of the game, or one new trophy at least, that's going to make things a little bit tougher, but that's a later issue. So I'm going to start with, I like MGS3 because it supposedly gives us a little bit of extra when it comes to camouflage in this game. And we want to do this as easy as possible because we're going to be going for Collectibles. So no, I'm not a beginner, but the European Extreme version is the one that's going to be the real challenge later on from what I've heard. And I promise when I get around to playing Delta, I will play it on a harder mode. Harder than this, obviously. I don't know how hard I want to go, but we'll see. But we're going to do very easy because that's going to give us a particular weapon called the Easy Gun, which is going to literally make the game easier for us in many ways. So,
after the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this pantywaist know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous Mission.
Virtual Mission?
No, the Virtuous Mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous Mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
I forgot about the ARM-1 function.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
That's the name. Snake Eater. That's literally what you gotta do. Which I think is really cool. think the helmet changes depending on how you start the game. The MGS 1, 2 versus 3 option in beginners. The part where it says US Army on there.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pronounce these names of these locations because I don't think I can. So, what we are essentially looking for in this playthrough. Let's see if I can get a bearing on this. Controls. Yeah, okay. It's just like the PlayStation 3 was this on. Okay, so that's what we call. You don't need to remember the codes. Well, at least you didn't used to. We want to get our backpack if I can find it. So we are looking for weapons, wildlife, camouflage, face paint. We're trying to get everything Collectible related. That's why we're going on the super easy settings. In fact, I can see a plant from here right now, and we probably need to get that. Here we are, right? Yeah, I can see the backpack. Oh, let's turn it around. And we automatically, I think, start off with a few of our items. Bear with me. Controls are going to be... Oh, snake. Okay. Does it matter if we kill the snake? I don't remember. I have a guide. I will link it in the description. But first things first, let's get the backpack. How do I hang? There we go.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing Virtuous Mission now.
Something to be said about the politics in these stories. So, a lot of this is way ahead of its time, especially when you get to like Metal Gear Solid 2. So, as far as weapons go, we have, of course, some of them on us right now. We got the survival knife, the Mark 22. This is our basically a trank gun. We have a directional microphone. I don't think we actually need items to complete. And then here's the reason that we're on the easier mode. One of the reasons is the easy gun. So infinite trank, infinite silence on this. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. And the camo index, if you see, I'm at 15 right now. Automatically, like, puts us with a handicap of 80%. So we'll see about getting that snake. I don't remember how to use weapons. Okay, so we gotta go. I gotta remember the controls here, but gotta hold R1 to. Wait, this is gonna be tricky. Can I keep it? Okay, I like that one. I don't remember all the trophies offhand, but I'll work on getting them for us. So we got our first set of weapons here, and like I said, I'll share the link in the description if you want to see the actual what do you call it? The actual walkthrough. But there are a few things I think we can do right now, right here, and I don't remember all of them, so you don't need to do them all, but I have a list of animals that we can look for here. And I'm sorry, my head's probably blocking some of this. I'll try that for now and see how that works. So reticulated python. Let me see, was that on my list? It was. I bet we don't really need to eat yet, and it's alive, so I think hold on to this. I like the taste unknown part, so we got to eat them to know if he likes them. So we have 2 snakes in the area. I'm curious to see if I'll be able to tell what we're looking for animal-wise. So there's a couple mushrooms, a couple frogs, and something called a Kerotan. I'm not sure what that is, but apparently that's one of our collectibles. There's a ton of them in the game, so this one actually has a number on it. So we got one of our 2 snakes, and they're all in this one area. So we're going to do some hunting here. Oops. Okay, I'm going to have to get used to the controls again. I'm hoping that with the remake that they'll have touched up on some of that stuff. We'll kind of see. One thing that really threw me off when I first played this, and I saw that this was like 2011 when this originally came out, and I played it when it came out, so I probably played it years after that just as well. I just don't remember the last time. I don't think the birds kill it. What's that? LF med. So we're looking for, like I said, snakes. There were mushrooms. What about the fruits? There was definitely a fruit around here. There's something up in the tree. I'm not used to the controls on this. I wonder if I can alter them. The problem with aiming like this is... Can I come over? Yes, I can. Oh, another snake. You look like the same snake. Oh my god, I'm gonna keep pressing this. We gotta check the controls. Camera mode, I like the cameras. The third person camera was not always a thing. Full screen, no, I'm fine with them. Return to title screen, no. Additional settings. Controller. So I'm wondering if they might have a new one. The problem is then first person view. Well, first person view can just be L1, right? I think I like that better. What was the one I wanted to look at? I forgot already. Yeah, I like that better. Weapon button, this will become R1. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm okay with the crawl and action where they are. Otherwise, I'm going to keep opening stuff. You're just another python, right? Says one of the snakes is something else, and I'm not going to spoil it, but you look way too small to be that. I'm also kind of questioning where they're getting the wildlife from, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if these snakes even, like some of these snakes are even from here. One of them on the list I thought was from South America. I just don't, yeah, I don't want to go to a new area because apparently, but I just realized there's something in the walkthrough I missed. Yeah, it's gonna take a while getting used to, I think. A long way down, right? One of them might be up here. Like the Kerotan might be up here. Oh, there it is. Do I need to hit it? Prince Charming. What is that? Kerotan number 1. That's noisy. So we got a trophy for that. Let's find the rest of the stuff. So apparently there's a mushroom right where we started as well. The Kerotan looked almost like a frog. I'm wondering if that's from something. I may be a biologist, but I don't know how to identify everything, okay? Oh, there we are. Can I just shoot you? And that's where the easy guns can really help. Mushroom, okay. I think the python was from the other side, so maybe... Oh wait, you're a mushroom. Let's see, are you also a python? You look too small to be what the other snake is. Snake H. Let's get you. Snake H, okay. Snake H is python. Okay, I'm just looking. So we have another, we got 2 different, oh, there are frogs here. Don't forget the frog. So there should be 2 frogs over across this area. And we'll check our inventory as we go, but. Russian false mango. Yes, I am covering that a little bit with my head. I think there's I'll make some adjustments on the cam as we go, but so why is the plant not on here? Oh, it's fruit. It's fruit. Okay. Sorry, I was misreading fruit as frog. Frog might be back here actually. For that. Oh, wrong button. Remapping the controls is probably a good idea. It's a good thing we have the easy gun. I don't see it. I hear it. Where are you, little one? Yeah, okay. Cage full. Oh, yeah. Let's eat a snake, which I think will actually nab us a trophy. Look at the bottom one. Snake eater. Okay, okay. I'm liking that. Okay, we got frog B. Alright, let's look at our stuff here. Oh, not that. Food. Okay, so we got Siberian inkcap and Russian oyster mushroom. I think it's on the list. We got the reticulated python. We got the Russian false mango, which I'm assuming means it's not a mango. Common names do change around the world. That's why we use Latin names. So we should have another snake around here somewhere. This isn't actually as hard as I thought it was going to be. This is actually kind of fun. Okay, the next one. Oh, look big. Kind of look like the other snakes, though. Oh, that's right. I got the frog.
Can't eat anymore.
Oops. Snake G. Okay, that's it, I think. I think that's everything in this area. Giant anaconda. Okay, so this is what I was saying earlier. I don't. Can I get rid of you? Dispose. Does that mean just let it go? I didn't just kill it, I hope. He was definitely alive. I don't know. Pythons are a little different ballgame, but anacondas I thought for some reason were South America. I could be way off on that. I'm not sure on that. I might need to do some research. So I think that is everything in this first area. We'll do a save and move ahead. There are some other trophies we could get, but I don't think these ones are necessary quite yet. Oh, there is one that could be kind of fun though, if we have the camo. I don't know if this is a good spot for it or not. Camouflage. What do we have? Naked, which is just shirtless. Olive. We'll go with that one. And actually, what was there's a trophy linked to one of these. Let's see if we have it. Yeah, this one. Flicktarn. Okay. That looks like a pretty good camo for this area. Oh wait, did I pick the wrong one? No, it was Flicktarn. Oh, do I need both? Oh, I do have the mask, okay. I like that one. Okay, so apparently we just need to go prone in a green patch. I don't know how green it has to be. Is it in the grass? Oh, in the grass. Okay. I can totally see you. Yeah. Yep. That worked. What was the camo level on that one compared to... Interesting that that's pretty good. I wonder if that was one of the MGS3 ones, because if you pick MGS3 you get some extras. So I think we're good. Let's go into the next location. We'll kind of pick off at some of these as we go. Oh, actually, yeah. So we can, if you have a frequency you want to go to, you can just hit tune. But if you want to call somebody specifically, let's make some rounds here.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction.
Yeah, so the major just kind of tells you what your objective is. Paramedic has some interesting ones.
I see you've captured a giant anaconda.
Like that.
The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful. They say it even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator is man.
And snake.
And snake.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Glad I didn't disappoint you. So?
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
Good. I'll have to try some.
Ugh.
Okay, then we have the boss.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival viewer. Then select camouflage and press the enter button. Select uniform to select battle fatigues, and face to select face paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
That's another reason we wanted to go on very easy in the easy gun, because we are going for a non-lethal playthrough that's going to help us. I think you get a trophy for that in of itself, but I think that's going to help us with something else. I can't remember what it was. Like you get camo or something for it. There's also like non-lethal playthrough, which is what we're doing as well, because you do get a lot of camo for that. Plus, again, a trophy in of itself. And the real reason I wanted to call, and this actually has to do with paramedic.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yeah, we have to manually save on this. I don't know if there's going to be auto saves in this version or not, but you get a little bit of extra after this, and I don't know if it starts here or later, but let's do it. Because we are going for non-lethal and no alerts, all that kind of stuff, we want to...
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No. What is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Okay, so yeah, that's one of the nice little bonuses of playing this way, saving this way, is that Paramedic gives you like movie intel from over the years around this time. And some of it, one of them actually pulls the Major into the discussion, which is really, really funny, having to do with James Bond, which if you haven't picked up on it yet, this is definitely a very, very stylized to be like an older James Bond movie. So I was kind of debating about how to cut these up, and I'm thinking maybe we should do closeouts at a save point like this, or I might do longer playthroughs if I feel like if I feel like it's necessary. But I will forewarn, some of these Metal Gear Solid games have some pretty long cutscenes. So we are playing as Naked Snake, aka John Doe in this case, or Jack as they've referred to him. Just to clear that up too, because some people have asked about that online. John, of course, is short for Jonathan in many cases, or just some people just name John. Jack is also a shorthand for John. So if you wonder why the Major refers to him as Jack and why the boss refers to him as Jack, that is why. I will also forewarn that these games very much get under my skin. They hit the feels really hard for me. So I might get a little broken up by some things in this, especially if there's music to go with it, because Harry Gregson Williams does amazing scores. I think I'm saying his name right. But anyways, this is where we'll close out this first one, and then we'll continue on into the swamp region, which I believe is next. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.